Hello, brothers and sisters in Christ, beautiful children of God. Welcome to Christina's Journey, where Christina speaks truth. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning from a previous video, thank you. I really appreciate it. Today's video is a different video. Today's video, I would like to share with you 5 tips on how to become a reader. Unfortunately, not everybody likes to read, but I believe anyone can become a reader. Books are wonderful. That's why I highly suggest that people just pick up a book and read. So, the first tip I would like to share with you is to pick a book that interests you. Now we have the internet, we have Google, and there are different genres of books out there: fiction, non-fiction, drama, poetry. You can just put that under the genres and you will find a book. Pick a book that the title speaks to you and read the summary. It's really that simple. First tip, pick a book that interests you. Second, read a chapter each day. Yes, I understand we have busy lives. There are mothers here, there are students here. Reading is something that should be fun. If it's not an assignment, I suggest you just read that book, especially if you have time. Aim to read a chapter each day. If you want to continue to read more than 1 chapter, great. But aim for a chapter a day. And over time, you will see that you're just going through the book and you're like, wow, yeah, a chapter a day. Third tip is to not force it. By that I mean, if you're not naturally a reader, it's something that you do not enjoy doing, I suggest you pick a book that you will finish. Don't pick up a dictionary, because that's not realistic. Because if you pick a book that's way too long, you're just setting yourself up for failure. So I suggest that you pick a book that you know that, okay, I can finish this book. No book is too small to read. Don't force the book upon yourself. The third is to read for yourself and not to impress. What I mean by that, maybe you have a friend that likes to read, or maybe you have coworkers that like to read, and you're like, oh, I would like to pick up that hobby. Not that it's a bad thing, but pick a book that you yourself know that you will enjoy reading and not to impress somebody else. Pick a book that you desire. Fifth tip is don't rush yourself. Reading should not feel like a chore. You should not rush yourself into doing it, because it should be something that you enjoy doing. So I would say don't rush yourself. Take your time to read a book. Read the book. Pace yourself. If you used to read slower than somebody else, take your time. It's not a race. Read. Enjoy it. Reason why I wanted to share these tips with you, and also what I want to bring to your attention, is different types of books out there. And unfortunately, sometimes people just read. Yes, you can read for fun, but also educate yourself while you're reading. Because I remember myself, I used to read a lot of books. Let's say, yes, a lot of trash books. They didn't do anything for me. And to be honest, as a Christian, I believe there are certain books that you should stay away from. Just like certain movies you should stay away from, there are books that are not for you out there. If you would like me to list certain books that I believe are not okay, that's another video that I can do. But right now I'm just focusing on picking a book that is good for you, that will nourish you, not a book that you're just reading, you know, and that you won't gain anything from it. Also, I have some books today that I would like to recommend to you. These books I think are wonderful books. They are from Christian authors and I highly recommend them. Moving forward, I will do a more in-depth book review on those books if you're interested, or other books that I'm reading, because I plan on reading more books. I just want to make sure that I highlight these books because these books really help me. And the books, I have 4 books that I recommend today. You don't have to read all 4, but if you want to pick one. First one is Identity by T.D. Jakes. It's a wonderful book. It's a self-help book. If you struggle with identity, it's a wonderful book for you to read. So pick it up. Another book, Faithing It by Cora Jakes Coleman, T.D. Jakes' daughter. It's a really good book on faith. Another self-help book. I love self-help books. Healing the Soul of a Woman by Joyce Meyer is another book that I recommend that you read. And the last book, reason why I left it for class, is because I really think everyone should read this book. Why? Because it's such a powerful book. It's a testimony. It's Out of the Devil's Cauldron by A Journey from Darkness to Light by John Ramirez. It's such a wonderful book. It's an eye-opener. It opened my eyes. I think this was such a wonderful read that I personally want to read it again. I like to do that sometimes. If a book is really good, I like to read it again. But I'm not gonna read it right now, but because I literally just finished this book. But I would suggest this book. I thank you for watching this video, and I'm hoping that I can see you again next time. And I'm hoping that these tips will help you, and I'm hoping that these book recommendations, if you pick one up, please leave a comment down below and just let me know what you think of the book recommendations. And if you want something different, if you want a more in-depth book review on the books that I've said or other books, or if you have a book recommendation, please put it down below. I would love to read. I do have a good collection of books that I've not gotten into, but I love to read. Thank you for coming. Stay blessed. Stay safe out there, because even though it is nice out there, even though summer is here, there's a lot going on. Don't forget to stay safe and stay blessed. Have a wonderful